Yep, we are live gamers.
Okay, this is Broccoli Bob.
Hello and welcome.
Did
you guys know that Red got the world's record in Broccoli Bob like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah. By like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Alright,
nice.
so this is 15%. It's basically you just play through all 15 levels and get to the end. Yeah, so let's get into it. Should I just count myself down?
Yes, you can fire it up.
Cool.
Whatever.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, I don't know why this game is incredibly slow to load. I think there might be a strat I've been looking into where you just kind of load the entire game into memory and hope that it loads faster than 7 seconds because this game is like really small. But the goal here is you are Bob, who is Broccoli, and someone stole all the Broccoli children from Broccoli Town. So you have to get all 3 Broccoli from the level and then exit the level. But you need all 3 Broccoli to actually exit. So that is what we will be doing. And this game had a lot of production value put into it too. So basically the mechanics are you have running and double jumping, and then you fire off a little like pellet gun. And those are like the 3 things. We don't really use the pellet gun that much except for a spot or 2 where we need to break some rocks. But it's mostly just trying to get some really good jumping action and then never letting go of the forward key is what I have found to make you go the fastest. So it's basically hold right and press space the game. And so because of that, there are a lot of blind jumps that I'll be taking that basically found from routing the game. So here we are in level 3, nothing crazy yet. You start to see the introduction of these little purple skulls. Basically you land on them, they explode, you lose control for a second, and it's just slow. We got these beetles and these goblins, you bump into them, you lose your little health, which is up in the top left. Other than that, pretty straightforward to go through. All of these mobs are on some sort of cycle timer. I'm not sure if it's like global from when you first fire up the game or if it is per level, but it definitely seems like the former rather than the later. Just because sometimes I'll be entering a level for the first time in a new run and they will not be in the same position that I would expect them to normally be in. Because you would think like they would be in the same spot every time you enter a level, but that is not necessarily the case. These jumps a little slow. I was kind of falling off there earlier today. But yeah, so there are 3 level variants in this game. There's this forest style, there is a spooky world, and then there is ice, which does not have ice physics. Hello? Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is land on this little ledge. Okay. Land on this little ledge because there is a broccoli hidden behind that first rock, and so it's faster to do that if you actually get the trick in the first try than it is to shoot through all 3 of those rocks. But I kind of botched that up a little bit there, but that's okay. Happy little accidents in the game with broccoli.
Happy little broccolis.
Yeah. The one nice thing about this is in between each level, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll get a nice little broccoli fun fact about the different nutritional values and best ways to cook broccoli and stuff like that. Does this game have a story? The story is you are Broccoli Bob, and all of the Broccoli children were stolen from Broccoli Town, so you have to go and get all the Broccoli children back. That's about it.
Who stole the Broccoli children?
I'm not sure. The end credit screen just says you stopped the monsters and got all the Broccoli children back. Doesn't really elaborate much more on it than that.
So there's no lore beyond the Broccoli children have been stolen.
No, I don't know. There's not a lot of lore you can really decipher from this, aside from the fact that there are monsters and there are broccoli.
There's broccoli?
Yeah, there's broccoli.
I see.
But yeah, so like right here, you'll notice I'm like skipping a bunch of parts of this level by getting that fall right there, which is pretty safe because you just fall straight down. But there's like a whole stage to the left that the devs kind of expected you to go through instead of just doing that that blind fall. There's a lot of that in this game of just blind falling. Then it can get kind of risky. So like right here is another example where I'm just gonna kind of fall and hopefully hit right into the exit like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's see.
You can stomp on enemies. Whoa, I didn't know that.
That is, yeah, Broccoli can stomp on their enemies. That's why Broccoli is so powerful in our world that we live in. So this is the first spooky level. There's the introduction of those little fast dudes. They don't really do much aside get in your way sometimes. But this is another level where we actually use the little pea shooter. So you notice I picked up a power-up. The power-up makes you shoot out faster. Because we have to break this rock right here to get that. The other thing too I haven't talked about yet is the double jump mechanic. If you are in the air, you get 1 jump, but if you're jumping from the ground, you get 2 jumps. And then sometimes you randomly lose your jumps, and I have no idea why. So you have to be careful to not get kind of screwed over. Like this is a spot right here where I've noticed like landing on these side angles for some reason doesn't register sometimes that you've landed on the ground, so you'll lose a jump, or you'll lose your double jump, which means you can't really make it to that higher platform, and then you just kind of have to turn around and do it again. Super technical stuff like that.
I love it when my jumps get eaten.
Yeah, for real. Who stole them and why? Yeah, we don't know who stole the broccoli children. Just that, you have to be careful. Skulls can hurt, which I don't know why they're telling you that now when they were introduced in like level 1. Level 2 maybe? I don't know. This is another spot where, okay, so like, yeah, these mushrooms, you get a jump back, but you don't get both jumps back, so be a little careful.
Okay, so yeah, the bounce on the mushroom counts as your first jump, basically.
Essentially, yeah. It's weird. Yeah, basically we just kind of go flying through this level because there's this nice long platform we can land on that keeps us going forward. You don't really have to worry too much. It's extremely safe. You have to watch out for that beetle though, because if you jump on him, you might lose your jump again. But a lot of this stuff is, I don't know, you can time it out pretty well. You can be pretty consistent. There's a few spots where we'll see coming up in the ice levels where you have to dodge some enemies or get ahead of them. And if you don't, you can lose a bunch of time there just because you have to wait for them to stroll past because you're in a very like tight corridor. The other thing about this game too is that since there is not a lot of lore, one thing I have done to help myself out with learning it, or not learning it, but remembering it, is instead of having level names in my splits, I have the strats I need to go for in the split name, so I don't forget.
That's kind of clever, yeah.
5-head technology. Okay, so now we are entering the Frozen Worlds. Nothing too different about them, aside from the fact that we are going to get ceiling hazards now. Ooh, really well there. There's not really any like ice mechanic, but you can see these icicles on the bottom of those platforms there can hurt you, as well as the spikes on the ground. Oh, I definitely missed that broccoli. Yeah, so like, you do have to get all 3 broccoli per level to enter that green exit. You can see there how I missed the one. Did not let you enter until you had them all. Oh, there's another neat little thing right there. If you notice, I didn't grab the actual broccoli sprite, but it still is appearing in my sidebar. It's kind of a glitch, but it still counts as progress. Nice, okay, we got that. So that's a little tricky one. You basically have to take damage there, and you have to kill that goblin, otherwise you get kind of smushed in between them and can like insta-die. Which is not fun. Level brought to you by Green Giant.
Get coins and earn nothing.
Yeah, it's true. It's basically the motto of this game is nothing really matters.
Except saving the broccoli children.
Yeah, exactly. That is a very accurate description. So this one right here, there's a whole right side of this level, but we just kind of skip it because I know I can go to the left here. Oh. And also take a bunch of damage. That's pretty good strat too. But I would really recommend, if people are interested in learning this game, it's fairly straightforward to learn. You just kind of have to learn the routes and then just get a feel for the jumping mechanics. And the nice thing is it's got a nice low entry price of $1.99 on Steam right now.
Yeah, it looks super easy to pick up.
Yeah, for sure. So right here,
coming for that world record. Yeah.
Oh, I want to see it. So right here we're doing a little thing. Normally you'd have to backtrack. You'd have to go along the top route and then come back around and backtrack to the left there to get that broccoli. But since I know it's there, I can just kind of drop down real easily and pick it up. This is kind of like the spots I was talking about where you have to watch out for these mobs. You don't get trapped in between them because they will just drain your life instantly and then you die. But the nice thing is you can just jump above them and bop them. Alright, up we go. Taking a couple little damage boosts there. Yeah, and this is another spot right here where if you fall through one jump while holding S, you go right into the exit. That is... Seeing some comments in chat saying that buying this game is cheaper than buying actual broccoli. Is very true. Alright, catching some ledges here. Ooh, that could have been really bad right there. It's a little late coming to that spot, so if I would have gotten clipped in between those two golems, I probably would have died there. So we narrowly dodged that. Trying to be a little careful on these platforms. They're kind of small, so they can be fairly easy to miss if you're off just by a little bit. Otherwise, pretty straightforward there. But yeah, we are got 3 levels left. One thing I do have to say about this game is I, at one point, back when myself and V0oidathon were running this, got in contact with one of the developers for it, and it definitely seemed like this was a first-time project in Unity. So I think that can explain away a lot of the oddities in this game. But for first-time game project, and as a as a software developer, I would say they did a
It's not bad at all, yeah.
decent job. Once you get past some of the quirks.
Broccoli is great for your heart, emotionally, of course.
Ooh, everyone has gotta love broccoli. If you like broccoli, put a 1 in chat. I'm trying to find some way to incorporate. I've got a bunch of broccoli actually in my refrigerator right now. I'm gonna find a way to incorporate that into the run, but drawing a bunch of blanks. 1? That's what you like to see, clan? Okay.
You could, like, eat some raw broccoli on stream every time you PB.
Ooh. So, once every 2 years.
Well, yeah. Better than never.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. We,
Wow.
missed the jump there. And you can see there's another interesting thing where you can clip onto, like, the sides of these platforms as you're jumping, and then you're just kind of, even if you have a jump, you're just dead in the water there.
Okay, so you're stuck there, you don't get a chance at, like, saving yourself.
Right, yeah, there's no way to get back up onto the platform. And you're
That's
also out
unfortunate.
of a jump. Yeah. It's okay. It's not a too crazy of a spot to take a death at. Alright, this is the final level. It is an interesting one. I have been trying to work with a new route on this one where you take a bunch of damage up to this point, so that way you would now currently be one hit. I'm not going to do it for this, but the interesting thing is, so you have to backtrack to get one of the broccolis, and you hit a halfway point. That blue thing right there, you die, you respawn on it. It's just a checkpoint. So the theory is you would die right there and then get teleported back here, but it is kind of hard to judge just how much damage you're going to take, so it's easy to die early or not take enough damage beforehand to actually be able to get that quick death and respawn. Otherwise I would, you know, kind of go for it more. Boom. Alright. That is Broccoli Bob. 15%.
Nice run.
Nice run.
Get this nice little message. Looks like Monsters has run away from you. Congratulations. You have rescued all Broccoli kids. Everyone at Broccoli Town appreciates you. Good job.
Looks like Monsters has run away from you.
Some really broken English, but that's okay.
This is fine, yeah.
I also enjoy the stay tuned for more levels in the bottom right, which unfortunately has not happened, and I don't think that there is ever a plan for that to happen.
No Broccoli Bob DLC? Come on!
For real. If we have 1 minute, I could show you complete the game.
Yeah,
it is
go ahead.
A meme of a category because, well, you'll see why.
Oh yeah, the 1 minute long category? Yo, let's go.
Yeah. So, I don't think my switch, I can just use splits. Okay, so, alright, this is it. 3, 2, 1. So the strat here is you enter level 1, and then you start mashing your escape key to hit the main menu button. Once the game actually loads. So you hit main menu, hit start, level select, then you hit boom, 15. Okay, alright, so we're now on the last level of the game.
Nice, I knew it.
Now that we're loaded in, now we start gaming. This is a banger.
Okay, so
of a
question then, do you have to load level 1 first, or can you just jump straight to level 15 to go to
you have to load level 1 first. You have to start the run and then any means necessary to beat the run. So you have to start in level 1 and you have to finish level 15 for it to be considered a full run. Never said you have to beat level 1 or you have to beat all the levels.
You're still grabbing the broccoli children for this level, though.
Yes, because you have to hit the exit.
Oh, yeah, like they unlock the exit, yes. True.
Oh. So yeah, so there's the last broccoli child for this level, and that is the end, and boom. Oh, timer didn't stop, but that should say a minute 15.
That was about a minute 15 on my end, yeah.
Yeah, I have the wrong splits. There we go, boom, minute 23.
There you go, nice run.
Oh yeah. Alright, that is Broccoli Bob.
Nice. Oh, thank you, Red.
Yeah, I hope to see some people run this, maybe pick it up. Thank you also for having me on here.
Oh, for sure.
God of a game.
I'm glad I witnessed it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Remember, yeah, eat your vegetables.